こんにちは。Welcome to consonants Japanese. I'm May. In this video, we are going to learn how to pronounce the t, ch, and ts consonant sounds as in ta, chi, tsu, te, to. Consonants Japanese. As I mentioned in my intro video, there are three things you might want to keep in mind when you learn consonant sounds. Number 1, voiced or voiceless. Number 2, where the sound is produced inside the mouth. On this, check out my place of articulation video. The link in the description box below. Number 3, how the sound is produced inside the mouth. On this, check out my manner of articulation video. The link is also in the description. About the first point, the t sound as in ta, te, to, the ch sound as in chi, and the ts sound as in tsu. All of them are voiceless consonants, meaning your vocal cords here do not vibrate. T, t, t. Ch, ch, ch. Ts, ts, ts. Next, about the second point. First, let's talk about the t sound as in ta, te, to, and the ts sound as in tsu. Take a look. The tip of the tongue touches the gum ridge behind the upper teeth. With the t sound and the ts sound, the place of articulation is the same, but there's a difference in the manners of articulation. I'll talk about it soon, but first, let's talk about the place of articulation for the ch sound. So, the ch sound as in chi. As I said in the previous video, when consonants are followed by the e vowel, the place of articulation changes. Take a look. The tip of the tongue touches the gum ridge behind the bottom teeth. The front part of the tongue touches the back of the gum ridge behind the upper teeth. Take notice, with the ch sound, the place of articulation is the back of the gum ridge, not the front. Finally, the last point. The t sound as in ta, te, to is a stop consonant. With stop consonants, you first block the airflow at places of articulation with your tongue or lips. And then you make a sudden release of the air. As I said, in this case, you first block the airflow at the gum ridge with the tip of the tongue. And then you suddenly release the tongue. The ch sound as in chi and the ts sound as in tsu are affricate consonants. With affricate consonants, you first make a stop sound and then you quickly make a fricative sound. So affricate consonants are made up of two different consonant sounds, a stop and a fricative. With the ch sound, you first make the T stop sound. But this T sound is made with the front part of the tongue instead of the tip of the tongue. And as I said, the place of articulation is the back of the gum ridge, not the front. Then you quickly make the sh fricative sound, as in sh. Ch, ch, ch. With the t sound, you first make the normal T stop sound with the tip of the tongue, and then you quickly make the S fricative sound, as in sa, s, se, so. Ts, ts, ts. Now let's practice pronouncing ta, chi, tsu, te, to. Connect all three sounds with a, I, u, e, o. Repeat with me. Ta, chi, tsu, te, to. Ta, chi, tsu, te, to. Ta, chi, tsu, te, to. Alright, now let's practice pronouncing tachitsute to using some real words. Repeat with me. Kata, kata. Kuchi, kuchi. Kutsu, kutsu. Te, te. Oto, oto. One last thing. Both hiragana and katakana are sets of phonetic characters, so it's quite important for you to be able to associate a sound with a corresponding character. So check out my hiragana playlist. Also, you can download the hiragana worksheets like this on my Patreon page for free. So check out my Patreon page, the link in the description box below. Alright, if you have any questions, leave me a comment. And if you like this video, please make sure to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. じゃあねー。